So anyway, so Brandon puts in my arm many, many moons ago, some Scotch thing where I was overserved. And he asked me, what is the immortal memory of Robbie Burns? So I acquiesced, and until 2 weeks ago I didn't want to admit to this, but since that point on, I have prepared an appropriate speech for all this. So traditionally, the immortal memory session of Robbie Burns dinner is a reflection of Burns' life, to recount the life and times of his virtues. Unfortunately, I'm not very knowledgeable about all this stuff, as requires an in-depth knowledge of his works and impact on his lives. But my research, it's okay. For a speaker to digress off into new territory, which I'm about to do. And it has no bearing on the proceedings, so long as he can make some connection to the topic at the end, which I intend to do. I like this authority, so here's what I'm going to do. And so I'm going to focus on more historical context of things. Graham sort of started off because he said, in 1802, I didn't know they were called mutters. My research didn't say that. But there were some erudite Scots that got around, and they looked and said, we really have a crappy reputation in the world. All we're known for is raping and pillaging communities. We have William Wallace, Robert the Bruce, eventually Braveheart came up. They said, we got to do something to change this image of our community, our culture. It's just not right. So anyway, they need to show the world how something with more sophistication and culture. And so the Scots said, let's embark on something a little different. We'll have dinners. And what the French others sort of set the standard for this. The French had their wine and cheese. The Germans, their beer and brocks. The Russians, their vodka and borscht. And the English, not much. Maybe some soggy fish and chips now and then. Anyway, so they organized all this stuff. And they said, well, we need this little culture and stuff. So they brought, they said, we can do these dinners. We got taka stuff, it's an acquired taste, but it could work. But we got great whiskey, but we need something to add to it. So from that perspective, they said, what can we add to it? So they said, how about a bagpipe concerto? Yeah, because the Austrians, they had the little minuets, they dance around, they do kind of stuff. They said, nah, that's an acquired taste also. Next, they said, well, we could do a Scottish jig. Yeah, so we'll get the blokes up there, they'll dance around, and at the end, they'll do a full Monty. And the full Monty will be such that they will prove that what's under their kilts still works. And they said, well, wait a minute, that's a great idea. They really thought about this. They thought about it really hard. They said, this could be a great entertainment value until they realized that all those lassies in the audience would really want to prove that the stuff really worked. And then they had all these issues with males and husbands and lovers, and this didn't work. So anyway, the more literate guy said, how about poetry? What? Poetry? Who's a poet? Poets around here? So they did an extensive Google search. Who they pick up? None other than Robbie Burns. Robbie Burns. And so they liked this idea. And so they looked at his background, and they decided he could fit. He could really fit really well. He was born in 1959. He was an accomplished poet. He had produced over 716 works. He loved the lassies. He was an early branch router, for those people know the term. He had over 12 known kids, over 4 wives, at a young age of 37 when he passed away. So anyway, they enjoyed quantities of food and whiskey, full of contradictions, which is what he's known for. He's a satirist. Satirist is a strange word. Storyteller, lover, socialist, nationalist, and philosopher. His writings appeal to the common man. So immensely type intellects were not required to understand his works, which is so anyway, he was a talk at Edinburgh Society within 3 months after his works were produced, which is just fantastic. He was their guy. So anyways, he was an all-round guy fitting the criteria. So they decided to have an annual celebration of his life at Sutler's, serving haggis and whiskey, mixed in with some wonderful poetry. And they felt he had legs with lasting fame, so he could be immortalized for a long period of time, which is why we're here tonight. Okay. And to get the word out of this important new find from the Scots, to get the culture out into the world, they thought about the Gideons. And the Gideons do the Bible stuff that the hotels, they said, these guys have a great distribution network. So in the end, they said, they translated all of Robbie's 716 works into volumes that every time a Scot left Scotland, they would take quantities of these works, and the Gideons helped them when they were doing their Bible stuff. And all of a sudden, it became a worldwide phenomenon. That's why we're here tonight. Who would know it, okay? Anyway, so that's a brutal, and also the other advantage was the organizers being frugal Scots, and this really carried over even to today, is that they realized the organizers could use this cheap August stuff, which was made of blood and guts from the sheep that they were was free anyway. So the organizers would take ownership of the food, but then they said, we need a BYOB. So we'll have everyone bring fine malt whiskey, not this cheap blended crap. We need really good malt whiskey to bring. So the organizers said, we can drink, we can sample this good stuff. If you look over the bar over there, the model is still working. So anyway, so they didn't spend any money at all. So this model seemed to work. It still works today. Further, and Robbie, further, each event needed to have a formal cutting of the haggis. And the agenda is, this is about ready to happen. And the best imitation of Scottish dialect needs to make it happen. With a big knife, you'll slice it in, and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, from this prestigious start, these dinners have become a worldwide phenomenon. Or in other words, a great excuse for a party, with or without Scottish lineage. And you're probably wondering, how does this come to the dark corner? It's really strange to me. Who would bring something like this to the dark corner? And I looked at it and said, early on, Graham said, we're okay here, but a little more culture and sophistication could be added. So Graham did his Google search. He said, are there any poets, a moonshine poet, a redneck poet, etc., that could step in Robbie's shoes? And the answer was no. But his idea was that we'll have Julius prepare the best meat and treat dinner everyone ever had. And then we'll add homegrown moonshine, and then we'll have these local poets, but not to be. Sorry about that, so it didn't. So instead of serving haggis the main course, anyway. But this is not to be. So here we are tonight, honoring an 18th century poet. Many of us never heard of. As who has heard of? Just a little show of hands. Other than his name, because that's the name of the party tonight. Who has any in-depth knowledge of this guy? Yeah. Oh, come on, Lopoma, you don't know squat. So anyway, so no one really has any in-depth knowledge, so it's okay. So what I just said can't be fact-checked, which is just beautiful, okay? Anyway, so what happened in the end is that the results proved that to the world that they had other cultural callers other than the ordination, guys wearing funny kilts playing either funny music on something called a bagpipe, and became universally accepted as these suppers, as well as the fine haggis. You see, the English have their Shakespeare, the Irish Joyce, the Americans the Longfellow, Italian Dante, Germans Goethe, but there was no Shakespeare supper. There was no Joyce junket. There was no Dante dinner or Goethe guzzle. There was no international acclaim of any of these writers, great though they may be. Yet Burns is universally accepted. Pretty cool, huh? So his name took off as the people's poet with the ability to paint beautiful pictures with words, a wonderful commanded language, and one of great wisdom. His works were carried in the 2010 space mission by a Scottish astronaut, of course. His words have influenced numerous songs as Dylan's Red Red Rose, which I understand Eli and Susan will present shortly. And repeatedly, many of Michael Jackson's work influenced several movies and TV programs, as When Harry Met Sally, It's a Wonderful Life, and Steinbeck 1990. So before I finish, a couple of trivia points for you guys into that stuff. What is the number 3 top song in the English language? Number 3. What? No? Old Lang Syne. Aha! So that's it. I have how the emotional stuff I'll never know. What's number 1 and 2? What's this number 1 and 2? Happy birthday, happy birthday, that's right. And the other one is for he's a jolly good fellow. Two of those are drinking songs. I'm better with that's word. So other than religious symbols, and excluding Queen Victoria and Columbus, who has more statues throughout the world? Is there a guess? A guess? Robbie Burns, how did you know? Okay. And finally, other than Shakespeare and the Bible, whose work has been translated into more language than any other author?
Robbie Burns!
What an astute audience. This is fantastic. So, with all this background, the real reason to have a get-together like this is to acknowledge the contributions of Robbie to our lives. Here's someone other than I put some fake Scottish accent to sing a poem or song. Carve the haggis, give grace, have some fun with the tradition of speaking to the lassies, and as a lassie retort, and most importantly, enjoying a fine meal with ample quantities of fine malt whiskey to wash you down quickly. In the end, though, it's just a great experience for a party. So, to Robbie Burns, hey!